Good afternoon, everyone. If we could all take a seat, we'll be starting momentarily. If you could please silence your phones. My name is Sean Keenan. I'm going to be your master of ceremonies for this special event today. For some of you athletes, you may have seen me around at your games over your 4 years here, sitting at a scorer's table with a mic in my hand. And I need you to know I've really enjoyed being involved, announcing starting lineups, various senior days, and certainly, as I have been known to do once in a while, getting loud over the sound system for countless Colby goals and baskets. Because I sure do love your Colby Mules. We'd like to welcome not only all of you today, but our parents, family, and friends who may be streaming the event from home through the Northeast Sports Network, our partners in live streaming. I have to tell you a true story before we get started today. I was actually down at Brunswick today. Please hold your booze for a moment. I was visiting the Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain Museum with a couple of my colleagues, and we saw some Bowdoin students. And I have to tell you that when I see Bowdoin students, I am reminded of a new phenomenon called artificial intelligence. Well, except for the intelligence part. That really sounded a lot funnier in my head. Looking across your careers on Mayflower Hill, it is truly amazing what this group of young athletes have accomplished together. This afternoon, we are thrilled to celebrate almost 150 senior student athletes. We have 9 awards to present, and although that means there will only be 9 winners, the impact and legacy left by each and every one of you is impressive, to say the least. This group has had 4 NESCAC Rookie of the Years, 2 NESCAC Players of the Years, and 13 All-American awards, and still counting. You and your teammates have garnered 48 All-NESCAC awards this year alone, the highest tally for Colby since the NESCAC began championship play in the year 2000. This class has seen NCAA championship qualifiers in alpine skiing, baseball, Nordic skiing, swimming and diving, tennis, track and field, women's ice hockey, and women's lacrosse. All of you were fantastic teammates and make us so proud to be Colby Mules. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. Before we get into the awards portion, I would like to point out that the C Club has prepared special gifts for you with Bob Capello, which Bob Capello will talk about later in this program. Whether you selected a C Club blanket or letter jacket, you will be able to pick up your item at the end of this afternoon's program. Are we ready to get this show underway? All right. To get us started today, I would like to bring to the stage our keynote speaker, Mr. Mike Weisskopf, Vice President, and Harold Alfond, Director of Athletics. Mike?
I prefer to walk up here and just use my command voice, but I think I need to use this so that we can broadcast it on NSN. But thanks, Sean, for the being here again and just being at all of our games. And I mean, you really are a Colby Mule, and we love you dearly. And I know all of you that have heard his voice cheering you on. There's no one that knows more about you and your highs and lows than Sean does. And really, I just want to extend that thank you to all those that have been watching you over the years and watching your growth and development and being side by side with you on your good days, on your bad days. And that is just to recognize our coaching staff, our athletic trainers, our strength and conditioning coach, and my administrative team. So just a big round of applause to my team for everything they've done for you guys. By extension of that, also to continue the thank yous as this venue and this larger larger forum has given us a chance to invite a lot more people to be able to watch and recognize what you've achieved over your 4 years, and specifically this year as we give these awards out. And that's to our family and our faculty members that are here and present tonight. We've not been able to do that as much, but without your support, without everything you've been able to do to help, especially with a lot of away trips and a lot of missed classes and a lot of extra hours, and for the parents bringing the kids here early in the year, or having to travel around New England to watch their games or miss Thanksgiving or spring break. Thank you for everything you've done for this group of incredible young men and women. They certainly wouldn't be here without all of you, so thank you. So it's hard to believe that you all, most of you, we have a few fifth years, I think, but most of you showed up in the fall of 2020, and we had no idea what we were going to do. We were trying to figure it out, but you joined a program and a team with no idea whether you'd be playing that year or not. And it was a day-to-day call whether we were going to be on the field or not. We had all kinds of NCAA rule changes that allowed for practicing year-round. Our new facility, you were the first group to move into that and to be able to really see what its potential and take advantage of its potential, as opposed to other classes that maybe straddled both facilities. And we were able to maximize that space for when you arrived in ways that just were unpredictable before the pandemic. And I think you think about where we were at then. What you don't know is prior to your arrival, we were steadily in the mid-100s for the Directors' Cup rankings. And this is a ranking system that accumulates for when teams for Division I, II, and III go to the NCAAs. And the deeper you go in, the more points you get. And there's 440 roughly Division III schools out there, and we were pretty steady in that 100 to 130 range just prior to your arrival. We went into COVID, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of changes. Everyone had to figure out something new. You were brought on board trying to learn your place on the team. Most of you came as captains and all-stars, and you were joining this other group of equally impressive captains and all-stars, but now we're just a few years ahead of you. And when we came out of COVID, and now we have steadily for the last 3 years, all during your tenure, all during your leadership, all because of the work you put in, we have always been in the top 60 in the country. And we're set up right now where I can absolutely see a pathway to be in top 10 in the country very near in the future. And that was because of the foundation and the hard work and everything that this class really put into the Colby Athletics program and team. So you may not be tracking those kind of things. I look at those things, and I can absolutely see you made a real impact on us, and you've set us up for incredible success. So thank you so much for being great teammates, for being great mules, which is something you'll always be. You're always going to be our teammate. You're always going to be a Colby mule. You're not going to be a soccer player for a college team anymore, or a runner. You're going to lose some of your identity as an athlete as you walk across that stage in a couple days. That's going to be a hard thing. I was recently had a conversation with someone, and we were talking about this sense of identity, how we perceive ourselves. And when people ask us what we do, what do you tell them? Well, throughout your life, you're going to change, and you're going to have to let go of your identity sometimes. And that can be difficult. And this is something, especially for these sports that you've committed since some of you are 4 and 5 years old. This is all you've been for a large part, consistently. Sure, you've changed grades and you've moved maybe hometowns, but you've always kind of steadily been an athlete, a soccer player, a lacrosse player, a swimmer. But as you graduate, there's a few of you that will continue on with your 5th year or your COVID year, but most of you will walk away not being able to say you're a soccer player anymore or a swimmer. But you'll always be able to say you're a great teammate. And I really encourage you to find the identity that's transferable, not the thing that's situational. Certainly my background, for those that know it, for a long time I was a Navy SEAL. But I saw myself as my SEAL career was my job, but it wasn't my identity. My identity was to be a good naval officer. My identity was to be a good leader. It was to be a good teammate. When I left the Navy in 2018 and joined Colby, I transferred that same identity to everything I do here. And my drive every day is to be the best teammate I can and to keep moving the mission forward and just doing the hard work as best as I can. It has nothing to do with being a Navy SEAL. And I guarantee you, everything you've learned about being a great soccer player, swimmer, lacrosse player, you name it, is building you to be a better teammate. And you're all going to join new teams, whether it's in the workforce, whether it's new family, whether it's a new career path. You're all going to be going and you're going to be joining new teams. You're going to be great teammates. Identify yourselves as that, and I think you're going to be extremely successful, and it's something you're going to be really proud on the rest of your life. So that's all I really wanted to say in terms of setting the tone of what I think about athletics and why what we do is so important. And I know the real reason all of you are here is really to be able to celebrate your teammates, honor those that are being recognized for these awards, and like Sean said, you're all winners here. You really all have made an incredible difference in who we are, and I hope that you'll be proud to watch us continue in the future, and as we gain greater success, whether it's at the team level or at the department level or just at the school level, you know that you are a big part of doing that. So thank you very much. I've been really proud to have been your athletic director these 4 years, and I really wish all of you the best as you go forward in the future. Thank you.
If I could for just a moment, you young people, I think you realize to a degree, but I hope that you will realize to a much greater degree later on how fortunate and blessed you have been to have that gentleman leading the helm here and to have some of the coaches, all of the coaches that you have had here, whether they are head coaches, whether they serve as assistants or volunteers. You have been very, very blessed. And I consider it to be a blessing for me to watch in a very small degree what takes place here. At this time, to announce the Phi Beta Kappa recipients and the Norman White Award, please welcome Mark Surgenian. Mark was Colby class of '73, served as Associate Dean of Students for the college, as well as Colby's head men's soccer coach from 1976 to 2013, and the soccer pitch was named in Mark's honor, dedicated as the Surgenian Field in 2021. Please join me in welcoming back Coach Surgenian to Colby. Coach?
Well, that makes you feel old. I used to be young. So Mr. Noyes asked me to say a few words about graduating and what becomes of a senior class. So I'm going to use a few of my minutes on that. I have to be efficient. I've only got 7 minutes. I've got 3 tasks. So. First of all, tremendous respect. I'm not saying I forgot about COVID because I still have a mask in my pocket, but I haven't forgotten what you guys had for a journey starting in 2020. Incredible and great respect to all of the Colby students and athletes for what you made of it, what you endured, and how you got through. Good job. Every team has its own story, and within that team story, there's a senior class story, and there's individual stories of each senior. And I believe that teams are marked by who they choose to follow. And the leadership in the Colby teams that I've witnessed has been tremendous. And in most cases, that has fallen to the seniors. And it was a job well done by this class. many alums will say, and it may be a bit cliche, but will say that their Colby years and their experience on a team was the best years of their lives. And I think the camaraderie that you experience, the depth of understanding of what it has been to be in that sisterhood or that brotherhood as a team is something that will stay with you always. You will be remembered. You will be remembered by a professor, certainly your coaches, your teammates, a security guard, cafeteria workers, everyone that you've come in contact with on campus. And what I would ask you to do is reach back. Don't lose contact with your coaches and your friends. Speaking of not being young anymore, had my 50th Colby reunion last summer. And it's beyond humbling to realize that it was now well over 50 years, 55 to get through the 4 years and 1 year since, that I was living as a freshman in the Mary Lowe Annex, and how the campus has changed from 30-something buildings when I was a first year to close to 80 buildings now on campus. It's amazing. So, as I said, you will be remembered, and I will tell you what Dr. Sean Murphy reminded us of in The Good Doctor last week. Series finale ever, 7 years. Anyone ever seen The Good Doctor? Okay, good. I'll talk to both of you about that later. But in any case, what Dr. Murphy, it's a quirky show, but what Dr. Murphy taught us was that when you touch one person's life, you're also touching the lives of everyone that person comes in contact with. So, thought of in that respect, it's well worth reaching back to the people who've touched your lives and whose lives you touched while you were a student here. So, that's phase one of my presentation. I'm supposed to say good afternoon again. I'm now talking about Phi Beta Kappa. One ironic thing about my presenting the Phi Beta Kappa inductees, we get a lot of communications at my house from Phi Beta Kappa, but they all go to my wife. Just saying. Phi Beta Kappa is the nation's oldest and most respected undergraduate honor society. Senior honorees today have been inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, having participated in varsity athletics for at least 3 years. When I read your names, please come up to be recognized. And you got to scoot a little bit. I'm not going to wait for people. I'm just going to read the names. Elizabeth Bailey, swimming and diving. Okay. Oh, keep going. Joseph Barrett, men's tennis. Mia Cromwell, women's soccer. Jillian Dowling, women's cross country and distance track and field. Lauren Alano, softball. Penny King, women's cross country and distance track and field. Cameron McDonald, women's lacrosse. Eleanor McGrath, women's swimming and diving. Brady O'Brien, baseball. Jacqueline Portagallo, women's soccer. At this time, I have the pleasure to present the Norman White Award. This award is presented to a senior athlete on a men's team based on inspirational leadership and sportsmanship. Our finalists are they reading themselves?
Lacrosse.
Eric was injured during the 2023 season that required surgery. Unfortunately, he was advised that playing would not be in his best interest or possible. Eric was arguably our most valuable contributor to our team and never touched the field. He worked with the face-off guys, helped run the clock during practice, cut game film live, picked up team meals, took stats on special projects for our staff, and so much more. Most importantly, he did all of these things with no questions asked. Eric was invaluable to our staff and especially our team. I do not know what we're going to do without him next season, but I do know he's going to be very successful once he leaves here.
Rome Benitez, football.
Rome Benitez is an outstanding candidate for the White Award. When I think of Rome, it's about the incredible amount of influence he has on those around him. His attitude, effort, and discipline are above reproach, and he sets a consistently higher bar when it comes to his leadership skills.
John McElhaney, ice hockey.
Johnny McElhaney, an all-NESCAC player and a member of the NESCAC All-Sportsmanship team. A rare 2-year captain for our program, embodies an agape mindset to serve others, the ultimate team player. He contributes and defends our culture every single day and has left this program in a better place.
And the winner is Rome Benitez, football.
To introduce the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award, please welcome Nikki Veyu, Associate Director of Athletics for Business Operations and DEI Coordinator.
Hello, everyone. I won't say good afternoon again. I think you've heard it enough. I'm here to present the award for the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn. This is given each year to an athlete competing in a women's team for inspirational leadership and sportsmanship. And this year's finalists are
Ella Spear, alpine skiing.
Ella Spear is a two-time NCAA qualifier who, going into her senior season, suffered a season-ending injury 1 week prior to the start of our season. It was a heartbreak that was felt across our team, most acutely obviously by Ella, but her level of engagement and support for the team continued all the way through the season. She inspired our team to reach new heights in 2024, and her legacy of leadership and performance will live long beyond her time at Colby.
Maddie Fisher, soccer.
Maddie truly is an inspirational leader. While athletically gifted, Maddie's greatest impact is her passion for helping others and advocating for those who need support. She is a member of If You Are Reading This and Hope Happens Here, which are national programs that offer mental health support for college student athletes. Maddie's strong leadership in addressing mental health and physical challenges of young adults is truly an inspiration.
Hannah Wiley, volleyball.
Hannah has played a vital role in Colby volleyball the past 3 seasons, but her senior year stands out as the most successful. Being the lone senior on a team comprised of freshmen and sophomores, Hannah stepped up and took on the challenge of mentoring and supporting her teammates, along with pushing them to greatness and holding them accountable to a new standard of excellence. As Hannah's coach, I can't speak highly enough of her character, loyalty, and leadership. She believed in the vision I brought to Colby volleyball and never wavered in sharing that vision. She demanded excellence from herself and her teammates, and because of that, our program is and will continue to be on an upward trajectory.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to present this year's winner to Hannah Wiley.
To introduce the Donald P. Lake Award, please welcome Mr. Tim Weston, Director of Sports Medicine and local Colby Hall of Famer.
Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to present the Donald P. Lake Award. This award is presented to a senior athlete on a men's team with outstanding qualities of academic excellence, athletic achievement, and leadership in athletics or on campus. And our finalists are
Brady O'Brien, baseball.
Brady O'Brien put together one of the most historic baseball careers in Colby history. He will graduate with an econ degree and almost a 4.0 GPA. He's a 4-time All-NESCAC selection, an All-Region selection, and leaves Colby as either leading or amongst the lead in just about every offensive category. Brady has been the gold standard in performance both on the field and off the field for Colby baseball.
Zach Nemeth, Nordic skiing.
Zach Nemeth is leaving Colby with impressive results: 9 top 10 finishes, 2 top 5 finishes, and a podium in the University of New Hampshire 20K Classic race, which only 4 other male Nordic skiers have earned at Colby. He is a 2-time NCAA Division I Nationals qualifier. As a co-captain, he contributed greatly to one of the most successful seasons we have had with a team win at the Harvard Carnival. Zach's academic record is also impressive as a psychology major who will be attending the University of Utah Dental School in the fall. He has been a mentor for Colby Cares About Kids and has been vice president and treasurer of Colby's pre-health advising program.
Charlie Stevenson, crew.
Charlie Stevenson has been a leader on Colby men's crew from his very first days on campus, and he has helped propel the team to its highest ever national rankings and results. A 2-time captain of the team, he is also the first All-American in the history of Colby men's crew. A large part of his success has been because of his durability. In 4 years, he has never missed a practice session due to illness or injury. This steadiness and consistency of day in and day out effort, combined with healthy doses of vision, maturity, and motivation, are among the enduring examples that he has set for our team and which will be a part of his legacy.
And our winner is Brady O'Brien, baseball.
To introduce the Marjorie D. Beither Award, please welcome Casey Rungsmeyer, Deputy Athletic Director and SWA here at Colby. Casey?
So first, I think I want to get the applause that Westy did when he was coming up here next year. Just putting it out there. I am pleased to present the Marjorie D. Beither Award. This award is presented to a senior athlete on a women's team with outstanding qualities of academic excellence, athletic achievement, and leadership in athletics and/or on campus. The nominees are
Mia Cromwell, soccer.
Mia's contributions to Colby women's soccer are hard to define by stats alone. She's a tenacious defender who consistently played all 90 minutes of matches she competed in, but her accolades in the classroom may be even more impressive. Mia is a double major in environmental policy and global studies. She has a 4.04 GPA. She is a member of the NESCAC All Academic Team, a Charles Dana Scholar, and is on the Dean's List. Outside the classroom and off the pitch, she can be seen supporting National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. She is passionate about global issues and has been a climate activist as well as a farm visit advocate.
Abby Orso, softball.
Abby demonstrates a strong commitment for excellence both on and off the field. She leads by example with her work ethic, commitment to academics, and holds a high standard for herself and her teammates. Abby's success in the classroom was matched on the field with setting 8 program records and pitching the only perfect game in program history.
Sarah Hearns, lacrosse.
Sarah Hearns has worked hard these past 4 years to be the best student, athlete, and advocate for the overall student-athlete experience. On the field, she has started every game since the beginning of her junior year and has accumulated over 240 saves. In the classroom, she has worked closely with professors to learn everything that she can about the subject matter and not just only earn A's. As much as school and lacrosse matter to her, she also cares passionately about the student-athlete well-being. She has shared many of her own experiences to help others have better, healthier experiences during their time at Colby.
And the winner is Abby Orso.
To deliver a special message from the C Club and to present the Warren J. Finnegan Award, I would like to welcome to the stage Bob Coppola. Let's try that again, okay? Bob Coppola, Associate Director of Athletics for Fundraising and Development.
Hello all. So I'm Bob Coppola, Associate Director of Athletic Fundraising and Development, and I am fortunate to work with the Colby C Club. The C Club is a 100-year-old organization that has supported Colby Mules and its group of parents, friends, and alumni. In 48 hours, you will be the newest members of the C Club. I'm really excited to welcome you to that group. It's a passionate and growing group. Over your 4 years here, you don't know it, but this group has watched you closely, cheered you on from the sidelines and afar, and has really been a supporting force behind you. And I hope as you graduate and go on to your working careers that you'll utilize this group to help you further your careers and continue to keep your mule pride well into the future. The Colby C Club, in addition to providing the amazing jackets and blankets that you'll receive after this event, puts on alumni engagement events, mentorship opportunities, and our all-new varsity alumni boards. Some of you have had the chance to sit on Zoom calls with these alumni boards, and if you're interested in staying involved with your team, which I highly encourage you do, please talk to your head coach about maybe being a young alumni rep on that group. It's an amazing group, and they do a lot of the behind-the-scenes work with your head coaches to support the programs. So with that, my one plea to you is, as you graduate and move on to the world, please stay connected. Stay connected to your coaches, to your teammates, and to Colby. So with that, I'd like to present the Warren J. Finnegan Award. This award is presented to a student based on significant behind-the-scenes contributions to the success of Colby athletics. Our finalists are
Adobe Nabua, basketball.
Adobe Nabua is truly a special human being. From before she stepped foot in Mayflower Hill, she has immersed herself in our Colby community. She's been involved from the rec center to SAOC to upholding leadership positions, representing Colby on a national level. She is truly an exceptional person, leader, teammate, friend, and human being.
Jared McNair, soccer.
Jared McNair has been a fantastic teammate, ambassador, and supporter of Colby athletics throughout his time here at Colby. He's had a number of different roles. He's been the co-president of SAC. He was an impactful member of SAC before he became co-president. He would often volunteer to do work rather than delegating. He works for admissions, and he constantly will give tours outside of his working hours for coaches and recruits. He's a super fan. He attends, a ton of Colby games outside of, the games that he partook in as a soccer player. And he was just a fantastic teammate all around, an outstanding ambassador for our college.
Riley Roach, football.
Riley Roach is a great candidate for the Finnegan Award. Riley approached us in regard to our managerial position in the spring of '23. She had a huge impact on our program as she performed any and all managerial tasks asked of her. She also oversaw the management of our social media platforms in Instagram, TikTok, and X. There was no job too small for Riley.
And the winner is Adobe Nabua.
Before we bring the next people up, I just want to say I had talked with Bob before, and you know, he said, "Don't worry if you screw up my name. It happens all the time." I'm guessing he didn't think I would screw up his first name, but it happens. To introduce the Richard L. Whittemore Jr. Award, I would like to bring up Damian Strayhorn, the Richard L. Whittemore Jr. head coach for Colby men's basketball. Joining Coach Strayhorn is Coach Whittemore himself. Coach Whittemore served the college as athletic director and head men's basketball coach for 40 seasons, accumulating over 637 wins before retiring in 2011. The basketball court in the Margaret M. Crooks Center is branded the Whitmore Mitchell Court in recognition of the impact left by Coach Whittemore and his longtime assistant, John Swisher Mitchell. And I can tell you this, well beyond 637 wins, he has impacted many, many more lives than that. Please join me in welcoming a true living legend back to the Hill, Coach Dick Whitmore. Thank you. And that's for you.
Good afternoon. It's been incredible the last 4 years, knowing what you guys came into your first years here at Colby through the unknowns of the pandemic and the accomplishments you've all achieved through your 4 years here individually and as a team. As you push into the years in front of you and the unknowns that exist, I know you're going to continue to learn and grow in incredible ways. And as you do that, I hope the relationships that were forged here on Mayflower Hill will only deepen and grow in their significance. To me, there's no better example of the importance of that than Coach Whitmore. The impact he's had for 50-plus years as the center of Colby Athletics has just been a countless number of folks that he's impacted in just ways that are beyond hard to describe. And it certainly is my pleasure to introduce Coach Whitmore.
Thanks, Damian. The timing of everything is very important, and if you listen carefully, you'll understand that I retired in 2011, and this is 2024. So, number one miracle is that I'm still here. Number two miracle is that I can utilize technology to be able to see games and contests throughout the course of your season. So I've had a chance to be able to get to know people on a basis that really makes me proud. And I have great honor for the contribution of student athletes, because the commonality for everyone is sacrifice. And nobody knows the sacrifice that you put into your team, to your game, and to Colby. And that aspect of it is the thing that's going to leapfrog you into the future, because sacrifice is going to be critical to you being able to be successful in whatever you go into. And I think that of all the easy and simple things, no one can measure that which is burning inside you. That which is burning inside you is going to carry the opportunity for you to be able to achieve things beyond what you would even think of right now. And I just hope that you get a chance to be able to put into perspective the beauty of what the experience has been for you here at Colby. As we go through the awards began in 1984, and the sad part that I have to admit is not only do I know every award winner from 1984, I got a chance to meet and become friendly with 6 of the people that are named for the award. And that aspect of it gives you a chance to be able to see the number of contest games and athletes I've seen here at Colby. And I am supremely proud to have been at Colby for the time I've been at Colby. I cheer on Colby at every single possible opportunity. I have a granddaughter coming here in September to hopefully become part of the basketball team, and I will spend a lot of time here at Colby. And I won't be yelling at her as I have in the last 4 years when I've been coaching her. Thank you very much. Congratulations on the level of your achievement. Congratulations on that which you are going to succeed in the future, and enjoy every single moment of this weekend. There's nothing more special. Thank you.
So to present, this award, the Richard L. Whitmore Award, is presented to a senior athlete on a men's team with outstanding qualities of athletic achievement, academic excellence, sportsmanship, and campus community involvement. Our finalists are
Tyler Robbins, football.
Ty Robbins is a great candidate for the Whitmore Award. Outstanding student, athlete, and young man, he made the ultimate commitment to Colby football. He put a great amount of time, effort, and energy into his pursuit of excellence on the football field. All of this resulted in him being recognized as an all-conference performer during his senior year of 2023.
Joey Barrett, tennis.
Joey has been a phenomenal person and teammate to have in our program these past 4 years. He is a leader who strives to get the best out of himself and his teammates every day. Joey's passion and enthusiasm for his teammates and Colby is evident in everything he does. He has accomplished so much as a student athlete, both on and off the court and in the community, but what stands out most is the energy he brings on a daily basis and the way he connects and treats everyone around him.
And the winner is Joey Barrett. Over here, Damien.
To introduce the Patty Valvanis Award, please welcome Sandy Maisel, the Goldfarb Family Distinguished Professor of American Government Emeritus and Colby's Faculty Athletics Representative.
Thank you, Sean. It's a pleasure for me to be here. Let me tell you just a little bit about Patty Valvanis. Patty graduated in 1980, right after Title IX was adopted, and she was, I think by universal acclaim, Colby's great first scholar athlete after Title IX was enacted. And at that point, there were no awards for Colby women athletes. A number of us got together and decided there should be at least one award for Colby women's scholar athletes, and very shortly after that, a number of others were added. But it was a pleasure to do this in honor of Patty. She was a two-sport athlete. She was the first person to have her number retired for women's basketball. She threw 2 no-hitters on the softball team. She graduated magna cum laude. She was a student leader in everything that she did and a great supporter of all of Colby athletics. So we were very pleased to honor her by giving her that award, and she's continued her service to Colby now as Patty Valavanis Smith as the first woman who was president of the Colby Sea Club, and she is active all the time. You see her at many of our games in Boston. The Valavanis Award is given to a woman athlete based on athletic accomplishment, academic achievement, sportsmanship, and contributions to the campus life. And the finalists are
Cammie McDonald, lacrosse.
Cammie McDonald's commitment to excellence in everything she does is second to none. As a computer science major and economics minor, she earned a 4.0 and recently was inducted into the Honor Society Phi Beta Kappa. On the field, she has battled injuries all 4 years, but continues to show up every day and give the very best of herself to make those around her better. She finds the holes and creates scoring opportunities for our team time and time again. As a captain, she is a calm, steady leader who leads by example and is very thoughtful in what she says, making her words impactful every time she speaks.
Emily Loeb, field hockey.
Loeb embodies excellence both on and off the field. As a phenomenal athlete, she has not only led our team with remarkable skill and dedication, but she has also demonstrated exceptional leadership in the classroom and within the community. She was named assistant captain while maintaining an impressive 3.44 GPA. Beyond athletics, Loeb spends her free time volunteering for Colby Cares for Kids. Her outstanding performance was recognized nationally when she was awarded NFHCA Division III National Defensive Player of the Week and NESCAC Player of the Week. Her invaluable contributions have been instrumental in elevating the competitiveness of our team this year. We will greatly miss her.
Eleanor McGrath, swimming and diving.
An environmental science major and creative writing minor, Eleanor has a 4.0 GPA and is a member of Phi Beta Kappa at Colby. She is a 3-time academic All-NESCAC honoree and 3-time CSCA Scholar Academic All-American. On the boards, Eleanor has earned 3 All-NESCAC honors, is a 3-time NCAA regional finalist, and competed in the 2024 NCAA championships, where she won the prestigious E90 award for her dual excellence in athletics and academics.
And the winner, for the first time ever, a member of the swimming and diving team, Eleanor McGrath.
To deliver a special message from the Student Athletic Advisory Council, please welcome SAC co-presidents Lucy Robinson and Jared McNair.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lucy Robinson, and I was a center back on the women's soccer team.
And I'm Jared McNair. I was a goalkeeper on the men's soccer team and a huge Colby sports fan.
And we were the co-presidents of SAC this year. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. SAC's role on campus is to support student athletes in all areas of the college experience. We also support philanthropic efforts, such as National Girls and Women's in Sports Day, where the Colby women's sports teams run a clinic for local Waterville girls.
We've also been able to engage students who might not be traditionally interacting with athletics through events with SGA and SPB. It's a wonderful experience to be able to see so many different students all across the board wanting to come out for games, even if it might be for an incentive of free cowboy hats or really cool shirts or hot dogs or anything else that we've been giving out at games. We're still excited to see this level of camaraderie, and nowhere is it more visible than all of us with the rest of us. So it's really cool to see all of our seniors like this.
We are so honored to be speaking with you all today and share our appreciation for the amazing class of 2024 and our time together on Mayflower Hill. 2 words that exemplify our class are resilience and joy. Our experience at Colby began in the midst of a global pandemic and widespread uncertainty. We came to campus and were introduced to a whole new world of college, but also mandatory COVID testing, masking, the whole 9 yards. I remember being dropped off by my parents in a car. They zoomed away quickly because they couldn't see me anymore. Meeting my freshman roommate, Charlotte, on the field hockey team, and just sitting in our room waiting for our COVID test to come back negative and hoping that we would have a normal college experience. While it was definitely not normal, our class has certainly made the best of it. One of the biggest impacts COVID had on athletics was that it forced us to begin our collegiate careers without a traditional season. In fact, even the summer before the fall of 2020, I vividly remember running the yo-yo, which is the women's soccer fitness test, every Tuesday, potentially out of fear, but also a little bit of delusion that our season might still occur. Nonetheless, the people on my team, specifically the 7 girls in my grade, have become some of my closest friends, confidants, and guiding role models for my time at Colby. Being a part of a team provided me with an immediate family and support network, which keep me going during such a challenging year. I am still so grateful for that first fall on campus when we just played. No stress of NESCAC standings, playing time, long bus trips to Mid or Hamilton, just pure joy for our sports, silly scrimmages, and sometimes extended stays at the COVID motel. We have truly symbolized the intersection of joy and resilience.
And in this joy and resilience, we've been able to view triumphs of various levels across all athletics. As a class, we've been able to see various NESCAC finalists, NCAA tournament runs, and thrilling victories. We've also worked hard enough to have many student athletes be recognized by our peer institutions to receive all NESCAC honors, as well as the national levels of recognition. And I'd like to take a moment to recognize those with All-American distinctions in their respective sports. I believe you said 13, but I counted 10 that are graduating that are still sort of in the Colby Athletics. So if you're here, I guess you can stand up. We have Andy Baran on men's hockey, Sade Greenidge on women's track and field. She's competing for a national championship this weekend, so she's not here. Andrea Lee of women's squash, Neil Mortimer for men's swim and dive, Meg Rittenhouse for women's ice hockey, Sam Reardon for women's tennis, Charlie Stevenson men's crew, Jack Sullivan on men's ice hockey, and Alan Jew of men's swim and dive. And then also Eleanor McGrath for Elite 90 recognition. If any of you are here, please stand up so we can give you guys a round of applause. Get up, Neil. I see you back there. There you go. And as someone who's watched so many different competitions, I want to say thanks to all of you, to our student athletes, for your continued and tenacious efforts to improve within your sports while making academic achievements all at the highest level. To coaches, assistant coaches, volunteer coaches, for your hard work and dedication and your guidance and leadership. To our peak performance and sports medicine staff for making us the best athletes we can be physically, mentally, and emotionally. Other varying support staff, like our facilities people, giving us the best possible competition spaces to use. Specific shout out to Nicole Clark for all her work with the never-ending equipment and uniforms that we have for her. To Adam and Danny and everybody else who runs the comms, making us look good on the Mules Instagram page, as well as putting programs like this together for us. And then all the athletic administration I didn't name, so Mike, Casey, Bob, the rest of you, for your support and guidance, creating a great environment to be a student athlete in. And also all the parents, friends, and other various supporters. With all of your support, we've been able to prosper to new heights, creating lasting friendships and lasting memories.
Even as seniors, we were still able to appreciate the little things. It has been so fun to see friends and peers cheer each other on at senior days, regular season competitions, and even official NCAA tournament games. Seeing one another celebrating the joy and pride that comes with being a Colby Mule has been a true highlight of my time here.
I've been so proud to be a part of the men's soccer program, the Colby athletics community, and the class of 2024. And from the bottom of my heart, all of you do mean so much to me. I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to call all of you classmates, a lot of you my friends, a handful of you teammates, and 2 of you roommates throughout my time here. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of your bright minds and competitive spirits. And I hope you never lose that desire to get better for the rest of your days. You want to give a Go Mules?
Go Mules!
What a way to end it.
To introduce the Mule Impact Award, please welcome back to the stage Vice President and Harold Alfond Director of Athletics, Mike Weiskopf.
This award is a special one to me, just because it's in recognition of someone that's not part of the athletics team, the department, but serves an outsized role in helping us accomplish our goals and objectives, and is usually a teammate that's unseen, unheard, and someone that without them, we certainly wouldn't be as good as we are today. And in the past, we've been able to honor facilities workers and custodians and admissions officers and faculty members and staff from across the campus's departments. And so this year, we're grateful to be able to recognize one of our esteemed faculty members, and not just an award to this individual, but also just an award in recognition of all of our faculty members that make this possible for our students and the challenges that they go through and the time commitments they have. And one really good story, real anecdote that I heard just recently with the baseball team that went to the NCAAs for the first time in program history this year. And it was a very last-minute thing. You find out on a Monday, they're going to be traveling on Wednesday, happened to be the entire time of the exam period, which always gives me a lot of concerns because we're trying to figure out how the students are going to be able to take their exams. And there's a lot going on for faculty members. It's a super stressful time for everyone. And as the students were talking with their professors, one of the professors says, "Don't worry about the exams, just worry about hits and wins." And I didn't say it nearly as well as I wanted to say, but the feeling was just that incredible amount of support that our faculty have for everything our student athletes are trying to achieve on the field, and they know how hard it is. And so I'm grateful to be able to recognize this year's Mule Impact Award winner as Jim Scott, Associate Professor of Statistics. He's a liaison to the women's soccer team. He's the chair of the Statistics Department and also the chair of the Athletics Advisory Committee. So please recognize Jim.
To introduce the Bill Millett Awards, please welcome 2 former Millett Award winners themselves, Mr. Jamie Brewster, class of 2000, the Director of Enrollment Systems and Reporting for Colby Admissions, and Danny Noyes, class of 02, Associate Director of Athletics for Communications. Jamie was a 4-time NCAA All-American in track and field and was the national champion in the hammer throw in '97, '98, and 2000. Danny was a member of the 2000 NESCAC champion football team, a two-time All-New England selection, and still holds 6 program records today. Please give them a nice round of applause as they come to the stage.
I'm pleased to present the E.W. Millett Award for the women's side. This award is given annually to the senior athlete on a women's team who over 4 years has contributed the most to Colby athletics. And our finalists are
Greta Scholes, Nordic skiing.
Greta Scholes had a huge impact on the women's Nordic team in her time at Colby. As a co-captain, she led by example and inspired her teammates to set high standards. She's a 3-time NCAA Division I championship qualifier, having her best results this past season in Steamboat, Colorado. As the top skier in every race this past season with numerous top 10 finishes, she is leaving Colby as one of the top 4 ranked women in the history of our program. Although she is done with her collegiate career, we are excited to continue to cheer for Greta as she will be competing on a pro team next year with Team Berkey out of Minneapolis.
Andrea Lee, squash.
Andrea will leave Colby as the most successful women's squash player in program history. As a first year, she was named NESCAC Rookie of the Year and was the first team all-conference selection each season. Andrea was also the first women's squash player to be named All-American in over 25 years and only a second All-American in program history. Her leadership and her dedication to the team will have a lasting impact on the Colby squash program.
Meg Rittenhouse, ice hockey.
In 3 competitive seasons at Colby, Meg played in 76 games, scoring 49 goals and 39 assists for a total of 88 points. She's a 3-time All-NESCAC selection, NESCAC Rookie of the Year, NESCAC Player of the Year, and a 2-time All-American. Meg's unwavering commitment to her teammates and her team-first perspective elevates her above the standard of what it means to be a member of our program. Meg, you once said it's not what we have in life, but who we have in our lives that matters. On behalf of the entire Colby women's hockey family, we agree and we thank you for sharing the last 4 years of your life with us.
Chloe Wilcox, softball.
Chloe has been a catalyst in our team's success, making an immediate impact to the team since her freshman year and being the player who embodied the put me anywhere coach mentality. She has been our performance leader with the ability to spark confidence in her teammates and bring the competitive edge we needed to win. Chloe has left her mark on the Colby softball program as one of the best hitters to have come through our program, setting 11 program records.
And the winner is Meg Rittenhouse.
All right, it's my pleasure to present the men's award. But before we go to this last award, just one quick announcement. We have 9 foam boards out here with the finalists. We would like the winner of each category to take those home today. I'd also like to thank Gary McCrum from the Gordon Center, Chad Smith, Crossroads TV, and Dan Chassie with NSN for the production today. So thank you all. The E.W. Millett Award is given annually to the senior athlete on a men's team who over 4 years has contributed the most to Colby athletics. The finalists are... Cole Palmieri, baseball.
Cole Palmieri has been the heartbeat of our baseball program for many years. He will graduate Colby with multiple All-NESCAC selections, as well as a Defensive Player of the Year selection. He is the leader in many offensive categories and set the career record for home runs this season.
Joey Barrett, tennis.
Joey has had an outstanding career at Colby. He has been named an All-NESCAC performer every year and has consistently been nationally and regionally ranked in singles during his time here. He has led the way for our team, playing at the top of the lineup all 4 years in singles and playing any position in doubles that our team needed him to be at. Joey has helped our team achieve program-first accomplishments during his time, and he has always given his best every time out on court. He has left a great legacy at Colby, and our program is forever better for having Joey in it.
Jack Sullivan, ice hockey.
Jack Sullivan, a three-time All-NESCAC player and Rookie of the Year, and was an amazing two-time All-American for us, as well as a captain this past season. He has been a difference maker and a game changer over his entire career here at Colby, a humble and great teammate and a valued member of our program and community. As a defenseman, year in and year out, he was one of the top scoring defensemen in the conference in the NESCAC, as well as our team.
Neil Mortimer, swimming and diving.
A double major in economics with a concentration in financial markets and classical civilization, Neil is one of the most intensely focused, gritty, and talented athletes to compete at Colby. He is the NCAA national record holder in the 50 fly, a 6-time All-American, 3-time NESCAC champion, 5-time All-NESCAC honoree, and the holder of 2 NESCAC records. The first man at Colby under 20 seconds in the 50 free, Neil also holds 7 other Colby records. Next year, Neil will complete his collegiate career competing in the ACC for the University of Pittsburgh.
And the winner is Cole Palmieri, baseball.
This has been a special day. I'd like to congratulate all of the finalists and the winners. I sit back in awe every year, particularly this year. I'm glad I didn't have to help determine who was selected for these awards. Just amazing, amazing. Congratulations to the coaches of these remarkable athletes, to all of the seniors here for your amazing, terrific accomplishments, and to Colby College for making this happen. I want to thank Danny and Mike and the athletic department for allowing me to be a small part of this. On your way out today, you will find a special insert to the program that has information on today's winners. Please pick one of those up on your way out. We would also like to get a photograph of all the winners today here on the stage before you go. To wrap up today, Mike Weisskopf is going to lead everyone out into the lobby, and we're going to have a champagne toast as a send-off to all of you. Again, I'd like to thank you all so much for coming out today. I'd like to wish you nothing but the very best in all that you do, young people. And you will always, as it's been said here today, you will always be mules. Thank you very much. God bless.